This is the railroad track that comes along US 41, Old 41. So we're in North Naples here, and see if I can get the lawnmower over the tracks. But this is abandoned railroad track in North Naples. This used to go to an old company that was a cement company called CEMEX. But CEMEX is now called RINKER. It used to be called RINKER. Now it's called CEMEX, I think. But these railroad tracks are actually functional. Of course, they haven't been in a while. Let me see if I can get the lawnmower to hop over these things without killing myself. This is an abandoned railroad track. There's actually pine trees growing on the tracks now, so many childhood memories back here, man. This is my childhood stomping grounds. Hasn't been developed yet, but it will eventually. I don't know what they're ever going to do with these railroad tracks. They're in complete disrepair. As you can see, just in really bad shape. Just in really bad shape. Oh. Just these tracks are probably not useful anymore. I'm not an expert, but at least people ATV through here. But I'm just on my lawnmower today, so I don't want to go too deep into the woods. This is my childhood stomping grounds, man. So many memories as a kid here. I could probably make it to here, and then I'll get stuck here again. So I'm talking about, you know, running into black bears in the woods. I'm talking about building forts out here. Here's a gopher tortoise nest, and sometimes snakes and other animals will go into those. But this is my childhood here, man. We would come along these train tracks and it would just be awesome. I mean, we would make forts out in the woods. This is before you had a cell phone. And you could call mom and say, oh my gosh, I'm okay with horseflies, but I don't want to run into Africanized bees. I've gone through that experience before. I mean, I'm talking about like running into black bears. I'm talking about building a fort out here in the woods. I mean, if you didn't have a fort when we were growing up here in Florida, if you didn't have a little fort in the woods for you and your buddies, you know, and we would raid each other's forts. So you always had to have somebody. Oh, these horseflies. You always had to have somebody looking out for you. Because if you didn't, you know, if you left your fort unattended, the kids from the neighborhood next door or whatever would come over and mess it up. So you had to guard your fort. You know, after school, everybody to the fort. And if the other kids got there first, they'd break down your fort. And you'd have to rebuild it again. That was a childhood that I lived here. That's what North Naples meant to me. A lot of times people say, oh, you're just ignorant or whatever, but bro, the childhood that we had out here, I don't know what your kids do locked up in a room playing video games all day, but we were out here, no cell phones. If you got in trouble, it was on you. That was the childhood, man. I just picked up this lawnmower, so I gotta figure out how to turn it around and get it out of here, guys. guys. So